Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Tony Harvin, and welcome to the Tony Harvin Network YouTube channel. If you like, hit that subscribe button listed right here. After you hit the subscribe button, if you want to receive all notifications of videos that come out on this YouTube channel, hit the notification bell and select all after you hit the notification bell. Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Tony Harvin, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Tony Harvin Network. I greet everybody upon this afternoon/evening. I hope everybody has been having a wonderful day today upon this day. We're here to talk about the unknown story that just happened. Atlanta, Georgia mass shooting out there at a medical center. It happened in a waiting room, I believe. And they caught the suspect in general. So my disclaimer is I'm not a preacher, I'm not a pastor, I'm not none of those things. We're just here having a conversation in general about a news story today. I'm not here to violate any type of community guidelines, any type of copyright infringement. And I thank everybody for coming to this secondary YouTube channel, Tony Harvin Network. What's up to Maddie out there? And we hear about these stories a lot in these days, for sure. People going to these schools, daycare centers, the workplace, or wherever. And whatever they're going through, not to justify their killing or whatever the case may be, it's still, hellish, wicked, and demonic. Of course, after the fact of the whole melee and mayhem, a lot of these individuals, what's up to Sandra Taylor, Carla Petty, a lot of these individuals, they want to claim they was mentally insane, because they know now that reality has set in, and you know what I mean? They most likely, a high percentage, 10 times out of 10, that they're going to spend the rest of their life in prison. You wasn't thinking about that when you was shooting up the place. You should have thought about that. A lot of people are in prison right now because they acted upon their emotions. They didn't think about the consequences that they would receive if they was act upon of shooting somebody or shooting people in general. Now, what idiot, you understand? Because that's what they are, a bunch of idiots. If you have a motive to go into a place such as a hospital to shoot up the place, despite what you was going through, to that suspect or to his family, and I'm not blaming his family or whatever, you know what I mean? Let me know if y'all can hear me. Let me know if y'all can hear me clear. Let me know if the video is playing clear, because I'm getting some lag and some negative feedback on my end. So just let me know if everything is all good. So the thing is about these idiots out here who go out and do those type of things. Listen, they want to blame the devil told me to do it. They want to blame this and blame that. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Guess what? Now you didn't cause a lot of trauma. What is that, Coco? I don't even know what that name means. You know what I'm saying? I never seen a name like that. Now they want to blame everybody for what they have done. So this individual, what is his name? Deion something. Let me check it out. Deion Patterson. So they caught him. They charged him with murder, 4 counts of aggravated assault. Now the funny thing is, when he shot the people and things like that, one died. So any body who represents this guy as a lawyer, I believe it's for a money grab. I believe it's for popularity purposes and things like that. Now, where is the Black Lives Matter movement with this one? Where are they? Where are all these organizations that fight for people and stuff like that? Why are you not fight? Why are you not on the scene as quickly as possible as you would when a white cop kills a young black man? You're not supposed to only act like that towards that situation, but you're supposed to be like that in all situations and things like that. I'm not hearing about these groups upon this type of story. You know what I mean? They only come out for a money grab, most likely. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna share the screen right quick. You're definitely gonna share the screen. Let me see which one I want. We'll take this one right here. So let me know if everything is all good with the screen. So it says Atlanta mass shooting live updates identified. So A gunman killed one and wounded four others in a mass shooting in Atlanta Medical Center waiting room on Wednesday. The suspect, identified as 24-year-old Deion Patterson, was apprehended following an hours-long manhunt. Police said Wednesday night. So the kid is 24 years of age. 24. You're still young, right? But now your life is stripped away. You understand? Because this is a major case right now, and people are going to look for you to get life in prison, and or some people will want the death penalty for this guy. You understand? I'm all for, listen. If you do the crime, you got to do the time. Yes, a lot of Christians, or a lot of us Christians, going to say, especially those over righteous ones, oh yeah, he could be forgiven. You understand? And things like that. Or you got some fools out there that may say, oh, he's innocent until proven guilty. That don't mean nothing when it comes to the prosecutors, when it comes to the judges and things like that, because a lot of them, if not 10 times out of 10, they don't follow, the Bible and stuff like that. They don't care. A lot of them are probably most likely atheists and things like that, and don't believe in God at all. So they're going to fry him, and it's a money grab for them. Not only is a money grab for, the lawyers, the judges, and things like that. It's a money grab for a lot of the major media outlets out there, for sure, who cover stories like this. All right. So we're gonna go back to the story. They said the hospital gives updates and on injured victims. Let's see. It said 3 of the 4 women who were shot and injured remain in intensive care. Beg your pardon for that one. My screen had went up. I don't know why the internet is messing up. Forgive me for that, for their mistakes. Okay. Once again, it says 3 of the 4 women who were shot and injured remain in the intensive care unit. Dr. Robert Jansen, the chief medical officer at the Grady Health, said Thursday, beg your pardon. 2 of the 3 women are in critical condition and will return to the operating room for additional procedures. The 4th woman who was shot is in stable condition. So that's a good thing that those victims, 3 victims and things like that, much prayers and things like that to the one who passed away from this tragic situation and whatnot. So that is the suspect right there. It doesn't have his motive or anything like that. It don't have his motive, just as of yet on these websites and things like that. Like I said, we hear about it all the time. This it's not going to be the first time a mass shooting happens. Listen, time and time again, I say, we could walk into a Walmart. We could want some butter pecan ice cream, Oreo cookies, and chocolate syrup. You know what I mean? And make a shake out of it in the blender. That's all we want. But, you step into there and you just never know what might happen. People come and spray the place. Sometimes for no reason. Sometimes for racial reasons. There was a situation that happened in Buffalo, New York, where the kid was a racist, and he went into he traveled to the supermarket and things like that. And the video was on Twitch. You understand that? I'm not sure if the video is still up. I think it's on WorldStar, but he got up. He just got up out the car and immediately pulled out the rifle and shot a woman just right there. So as she was walking, probably minding her business, thinking about what she's going to cook for dinner or whatever. Just think about it. You're walking, you're minding your business, and somebody just hop out the car and just put a bullet in your chest just like that. You understand? People are on that type of time, what they call it in the music business. They think it's cool and whatnot. But it's a true fact that a lot of those individuals, I ain't talking about the rappers. They just doing it for entertainment purposes. But we're talking about individuals like that who are involved in mass shootings and things of that situation. They are on that type of time. You understand that? And I'm not saying live a life in fear and things like that, of course, because I don't live in fear. You know what I'm saying? I expect the unexpected at all times. Expect the unexpected at all times. Just imagine somebody just pop out the car And with a rifle, listen, you got a split second out of a split second to think. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, she had her head down, and he popped out the car, and he shot her with, I think it was like some type of rifle or whatever the case may be, and that was it for her. That was it. Immediately, you know what I'm saying? Her body just went down immediately, and they had that video, I believe, on Twitch for a very short period of time, and then they had it on World Star. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit of it. You know, when he was driving and stuff like that and things of that nature. When he got up out of his car in the front entrance of that supermarket, he got out and he just shot the woman, went in the supermarket and started shooting up the people in there. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, he survived. You know what I mean? It was armed guards in there. He killed them and stuff like that. And when the police arrived, they just took him in custody and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Some people may argue, well, if it was a black man, they would have shot and killed him. I'm not too sure of that. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know at the end of the day. But we definitely got to watch out and be aware of your surroundings. I'm not saying be scared or anything like that. No way. You know what I'm saying? But me, for the most part, what up, Fitzgerald? I like to be aware of my surroundings. You know what I'm saying? Because you just never know at the end of the day. You just never know what is on a person's mind. It's another situation that happened in Virginia, right, at the Walmart. You know, when an employee he came to work and stuff like that. I guess they was picking on him. He was there for about quite a while. I think he was a manager or something like that. Why would you allow people's words to bother you? You know what I'm saying? To draw you into killing somebody. You know what I mean? Your mind is very weak if you take certain things serious to the head. You understand? I've heard a video on YouTube of this individual talking about some preacher that he hate him. You hate somebody over the internet. Imagine if that person was in front of you. You know what I'm saying? What are you going to do to this person? So a lot of people's minds are very weak-minded people, whereas though they can't take a lot of things. You understand? So the only way to lash out within their mindset is to hurt somebody or to kill somebody. And they will do it, you know what I'm saying, unfortunately, when they see that you're vulnerable, unexpected it and stuff like that. So the shooting that happened in Virginia, you said, what up, Elohim is King? Who says, good that nothing happened to you by the accident, praise God, and good evening to you all. Appreciate that. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? I always say in my mind, expect the unexpected. And I didn't expect that, but I expected it because, you know what I'm saying? My mind is programmed to be ready and to stay calm in certain type of situations. And any type, some situations, what up, Xavier's mom? Some situations you just cannot handle at the end of the day. You just can't. But when you're going through an accident or when you're going through a shooting like that, it's like you got to put your thinking cap on. You know what I mean? Think about it. You got, what would I do in a shooting if somebody, not stating that you want it to happen, but you also got to prepare your mind for the worst at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Because anything can happen. It doesn't matter if you're in church. You know what I'm saying? You go to church every Sunday, every Tuesday for Bible study or whatever you do. You understand that? Something can happen to you at the end of the day. You understand? So definitely be prepared. Of course, prayer works and things like that. But guess what? Tests has come for your testimony, for you to present it if you're allowed to live with the blessings and mercy of God. Because God has the last say, of course, at the end of the day. You understand? So it's a blessing to live. Just as those three women, you know, somebody spoke about the accident right now. Yes, it's a blessing that I walked away with nothing. You know what I'm saying? No scratches, no anything, because the worst could have happened. Anything could have happened at the end of the day. I'm thankful that, what up, Marvin? Thankful that nobody was on the side of the road fixing a tire. No tanker was over there. The van wasn't a tanker, because then I would be in a dangerous position to really have to think about jumping out the truck. You understand that? For real, I'm dead serious. I kid you not. That's the only option in an accident that I think about. If a tanker was to hit me, You understand that? Or if the truck was to flip over. Unfortunately, the truck that I was in, it didn't have automatic windows to put down and stuff like that. But that's my only option. If it was a tanker truck was to hit me, or if I was to tip over and stuff like that, my only option would be to hurry up and let's jump out this truck. But in a situation like a shooting and whatnot, it's like you might have to go to the suspect and get it in with him. You might have to. You know what I'm saying? Listen, if you try to run, you most likely you're gonna be shot. You know what I mean? You can't outrun bullets. You know what I mean? Especially if the person got some training and stuff like that in shooting and things like that. What up, Deborah? What up? You said love your commentary on all your videos. Appreciate that. God bless you. You know, you put that up on the screen. Beg your pardon if I haven't put anybody else comment on the screen. I forgot about that. But if you got a comment stuff like that, I definitely will put it up and things of that nature. So, in a situation like a shooting in things like that, you might have to go to the problem. You understand? You listen. You might have to get it in. Because either way, it might be a chance of you getting shot up at the end of the day. Some people try to run and things like that, but if you're next to the gunman and you know that you're next to the gunman, you know what I mean? I'm talking about for me, how I think. And if somebody's bucking off shots and stuff like that, and they're right next to me, you know what I'm saying? It would serve me no purpose to turn my back and run. I can't see anything. I cannot. I would rather take the chance of getting down with the suspect. You know what I'm saying? But some situations, you just can't help it at the end of the day. A lot of people move in fear. They don't think. That's why I said when I had the accident yesterday and stuff like that, you can't panic. You cannot panic because you'll lose your train of thinking. If you think better, you understand, you will have more options. Your mind will be clear. Okay, what can I do now? If you're screaming and you're panicking, you cloud your mind, you cloud your brain from thinking. What are you going to do? You just sitting there, standing there, screaming. You know what I'm saying? Somebody asked me yesterday, did you scream? How would me screaming in an accident, how would that have helped me at the end of the day? How would screaming help you in a situation? You know what I'm saying? It's still going to happen, or it's still happening. It'd be better if you clear your mind, stay relaxed, stay paused, and put your thinking cap on. You know what I mean? Now, if you got a way of escaping and running and stuff like that, cool, that's fine. But also, in a situation like a mass shooting, my thing is, man, wow, what if any kids are around? What I would do, man? Would I protect them? Would I shield them and stuff like that? Because it's not right. These are innocent kids. If kids are there, and you got a lot of these suspects out there that are killing kids. I believe we did a story last week, whereas though a neighbor in Texas, he went to the next door neighbors and he shot the family up. And there was an 8-year-old there, and he put a bullet in an 8-year-old head. You know what I'm saying? So it's like these people out here like that, they don't have no regards or no remorse for life at all. You know what I'm saying? What up, Larry Burks? What up? What up? I hope all is well. Hope all is well. He said, "What's good, kid? I'm 25 minutes out of Atlanta in Snellville. Crazy times." You said we must. Let me put this up on here. My fault. King says we must be in all times aware of our surroundings. Absolutely. You know what I mean? Absolutely. For sure. It's very wise to be aware. I don't walk around all willy-nilly at all. If you go to the amusement park with your kids and whatnot, and I don't really like to go to crowded places. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how crowded that waiting room was, but you don't think that, well, I don't know, because I had a cousin, right? He's dead right now from sickle cell and whatnot. The emergency rooms and stuff like that, people get frustrated. You know what I mean? I was in an emergency, waiting room or whatever. And you're waiting, you get frustrated. Well, I'm going to see the doctor. My head hurt. Oh, this hurt. Oh, I'm sick. I got stomach virus and whatnot. Yes, people get frustrated in there. Yes, breakouts could happen. Fights have happened. You know, I had my cousin. He before he passed away, he was in a medical room, a waiting room, and happened to punch the security guard in the face and things like that, and what have you. People, emotions definitely brew, but in a waiting room, it's not as crowded as like an amusement park stuff like that, whereas the mass shooters grow mainly, where there's a lot of people, college campuses and whatnot, because they want to take their frustrations out upon whatever they're going through on any and everybody. It doesn't matter who you are, babies, infants, and stuff like that. They will take their frustrations out on anybody at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? All right. And so you're definitely on point with being aware of your surroundings and whatnot. So this here on the screen, this is the suspect, Deion Patterson, 24 years of age and whatnot. They say he had a semi-automatic handgun. Semi-automatic handgun. They said the suspect, 24 years of age, was armed with that weapon when he allegedly shot 5 people in a medical center waiting room. So there's another picture of him. He was taken into custody without incident the 4th of May, 2023. Just said the documents identified the surviving victims as, what is that, Georgetta Whitlow, Lisa Glenn, Jasmine Daniel, and Alicia Hollinger. All 4 of them remain hospitalized. So Hollinger was shot in the face. Wow, she took a bullet to the face, according to the documents, while Daniel was shot multiple times in the abdomen. Whitlow was shot in the arm, and Glenn was shot in the abdomen also. Amy St. Pierre, 39 years of age, an employee of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, was killed in Wednesday's shooting. So that is the victim right there, who was killed, in the shooting, which was a sad situation. We hope that all people who pass away in general hope they got right with Christ, but that's most important. You know what I'm saying? To get right with Christ and things of that situation. You know what I mean? I know it's tough. I know it's hard, to live by the book, to live by the word of God and stuff like that and things of that situation. So much prayers out to this woman's family and stuff like that. You don't know if she had kids and things like that. To take a mother away from her kids and stuff like that, just based upon your frustrations. You know what I'm saying? And I believe he shot all women. You know what I'm saying? I believe all the victims were all women at the end of the day. And like I said, it's a sad situation that this happened. And like I said, this won't be the first time of a mass shooting in general. We will hear about more shootings in general. You understand that? There's always somebody or somebodies with the mindset of taking another person or person's life in general. People want to claim that, oh, wow, I'm going through this, I'm going through that, or whatever. Listen, we all go through issues. We all go through situations in these days. You understand? I go through situations in these days. I do. But I'm not going to sit here and go out there and, oh, man, I want to punch everybody in the face. Let me go out there and punch this person in the face. You know what I'm saying? I don't know that person. Person don't know me. You understand? That could be a person to encourage you with some type of wisdom at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? The man could have saved his life just as if he walked away. You know what I mean? He turned a couple of minutes of his life to ending his life because he's going to spend most likely the rest of his life in prison. All right. Larry Burke says active shooters are the new normal. When I go out, my biggest fear is some fool with a gun or a bomb in a public place. Now, bomb, wow. You know what I'm saying? A bomb, wow. That brings me back to the movie Speed. That brings me back to the Boston bombing and stuff like that. I viewed that video. I tend to watch that video from time to time, when I can. I believe it was like a marathon or something like that back in Boston whereas though there was bombers out there. You know, they put the stuff in the trash can or whatever, just because their frustration. For what reason? When I was back in Jersey City, when I was younger, somebody put a little pipe bomb in the garbage in Newport Mall in Jersey City. I wasn't at the mall at the time, but I didn't think nothing like that could happen. I didn't. You know what I'm saying? But that's when it really clicked in my mind, like it can happen anywhere at any point of time. You know what I'm saying? You just never know. A bomb, gun shooting, stabbings, people in, listen, places like New York, North New Jersey, where you got these mentally kind of like ill type of people, going around, they'll curse you out in your face, wanting to fight you and stuff like that, just because they got some type of deranged mentals with them. I've seen it, and you hear about it. These guys and people mentally challenged. You know what I'm saying? What are these people doing outside on the circuit? They could get themselves killed because a lot of people out here are packing. Even some Christians are packing. You know what I'm saying? Concealed carry weapons and things like that. Although some may disagree with packing a weapon and getting a concealed carry permit and stuff like that. Some people may disagree with it. Some people have their pros and the cons of a gun in general, of course. So this is one of the main reasons why people are getting a permit to shoot guns. Why the reason people are getting a carry concealed permit, you know what I'm saying, to carry, conceal, or open carry and stuff like that, because of situations like this. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. Listen, some people say, listen, I got me a little Glock 45, little, I guess 22 or whatever. I'm gonna bring it with me everywhere I go. You know what I'm saying? Only place I ain't gonna bring it is probably if I gotta go to the courthouse or anything or anywhere that don't allow weapons in it with a metal detector and whatnot, because this is the type of situation that we're living in. And I know Georgia is a state that's not too strict about people getting gun permits and whatnot and things like that, that type of situation. So a lot of people, a lot of people out there, especially when they hear stories like this, they get fearful. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is there's no reason to be fearful about anything, because if it's your time to go, we all have an expiration date, and I wouldn't want to go out like that. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even want to go out in a car accident or nothing. You know what I'm saying? I would hope and pray that don't happen. You know what I'm saying? I want to live as long as possible. You know what I mean? In my hundreds or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't want to be in a situation like that. What up? What up, Craig Giselle? He says, I lived in Germany. This is Elohim is king. Very few guns here, but therefore many more knife stabbings in public places. Recently, a 10-year-old and a 12-year-old stabbed a 13-year-old to death, all girls, about 4 weeks ago. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. Well, here in America, it's access to a lot of guns, especially if you are in like states like Georgia, Florida, Virginia, North Carolina, Pennsylvania. You understand that? Like I explained before about gun permits and concealed carry permits. A lot of people are arming themselves. Some are arming themselves for the wrong reasons and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But in states like New Jersey, New York, Maryland, it's very strict. You know what I'm saying? With giving people gun permits and stuff like that. But mainly in the South, it's more easier to get access to a gun. You know what I mean? Because people like to do shady stuff and stuff like that to give certain people access to guns in general. You go into a Walmart and just buy a gun. You don't need no permit or nothing like that. In certain states, you know what I mean? You don't need nothing. And carry it with you. You know what I mean? That part I'm not too fond of and whatnot and things like that. Craig says, hello, brother and sisters, in the name of the Lord. Hope you guys are doing good today. Yep, doing great, man. It's a pretty good day. Just knocking down some videos and whatnot, editing and always working. Whether I'm truck driving or at home in general. You know what I'm saying? So appreciate that at Craig Giselle. Allison Hurd says, "Hey Tony," and amen to that. Absolutely, absolutely, for sure. He says, "Thank you for answering, brother. You're welcome. No problem. Anytime you got time, you got any questions, comments, I definitely put it up for you." He says, "Wow, another mass shooting. God's this discernment is needed more than ever." Absolutely, absolutely. And sometimes, man, I be wanting that discernment. Like, okay, I'm filling the place out. All right, it's time to go. It's time to leave. You know what I mean? In certain places, I don't know how his attitude was, because some people camouflage what they're gonna do real good. Just like I think we did a story about that on the prom shooting. Whereas though the kid, he was 19 years of age, he was around the prom. He was talking to people and stuff like that, and cool. But then after a while, he pulled out a weapon and started, bucking off on people at the after hour, at the after prom party and whatnot. People do that. They make it seem like it's cool, all right, but the shooter has a hidden agenda. Say, okay, you know what? This is how I'm going to get him. But I would hope, like you said, I would like that more discernment is needed more than ever. So you're absolutely right about that at Craig Giselle. You know what I mean? So we just talked about the shooting. Cynthia Davenport, it says, "Greetings. This was scary for me when I heard my son works off of Peachtree, and I called him right away. He was safe, thank God. He works at Peach. He works Peachtree near Buckhead. I mean, I'm thinking that's close by to that place. I'm not from there. You know what I mean? Atlanta, Georgia. Never been there in that area. I heard about Atlanta, Georgia. The busy traffic and whatnot, and things of that situation. So that's a good thing that your son is definitely safe for sure. Because you just never know. We just never know. We got family out there. We got friends, associates, and things like that, or just people in general. You know what I'm saying? Just the human being life itself. It doesn't matter who it is. Oh, you say yes, 30 minutes away. That's what's up. That's what's up in general about Atlanta, Georgia. Atlanta, Georgia is a very busy place from what I heard, from what I hear, and things like that. So correct me if I'm wrong. A lot is going on out there, kind of similar to New York, where I lived 15 to 20 minutes away out there in Jersey City, New Jersey. Craig Giselle says, "Good to see you pushing out the content, being able to discuss these topics, bringing good fruits." Absolutely. Absolutely, for sure. I've been had this idea and things of that situation. Of course, it takes a lot, and I appreciate the support and the love from people out there. Who's been supporting these channels in general. Of course, most of the flack comes from over righteous Christians. I think when I really started to get focused is when I really stopped, responding to these critters and putting attention on them and just focusing more so on the craft and skill that I have, and helping others out too. You understand that? Because those who have YouTube channels like yourself and stuff like that, I can also, give out any type of information, any type of help, or any type of assistance that I can to help people and uplift them in general. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not all about going against each other. It's all about mostly encouragement also. You know what I mean? So I'm glad to see you and your YouTube channel and whatnot. Before, when you had the other YouTube channel, you know what I'm saying? I watched it. You know what I'm saying? And I tend to watch a lot of people's YouTube channels who come on here and whatnot. So if you got a YouTube channel, I definitely would shout it out. You know what I mean? In general, and if it's positive. Now, if you got an off key and you're talking about gossip and all this nonsense on your social media, I'm not going to shout it out. I'm not going to support it. Although you show love on here, but if you have a positive YouTube channel and you're talking about positivity, we may not even be in the same organization or believe the same, but you could be a good encourager and stuff like that. I shout you out for sure and things like that. All right, you said it's busy in LGBTQ community. I guess I've heard that too. That is a lot of that out there in Atlanta, Georgia, for sure. You know what I mean? You know, King says we have to help each other to wake up that we all need Jesus Christ. And that's the whole purpose of it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these news outlets, a lot of these social media outlets like a DJ Vlad, DJ Academics, what is that? No Jumper and stuff like that, things like that. They got popular platforms and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But at least try to use your platform to encourage the people. It's not all about gossip and whatnot, because that's what a lot of the social media is about. They want to hear gossip. Now, if you're going to put out stories and stuff like that, make sure you put out an encouraging message to that at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? All right. So definitely, you definitely right about that. At Elohim is king for sure. All right. So we talked about the story with the Atlanta shooting. I appreciate everybody for coming on this YouTube channel, Tony Harvin Network, which serves as my secondary YouTube channel backup and stuff like that. You know, so if you got any last remarks, last comments, please let me know. You know, before I end this live for sure. So if you're a new subscriber, if you're a new viewer to this video, whether you're watching it on a live video or you catch it later on the replay, if you like, you can subscribe to this YouTube channel. If you like, you can hit the notification bell to receive notifications that come out on this YouTube channel, which is my secondary YouTube channel. My primary YouTube channel is Tony Harvin, and my third YouTube channel is Tony Harvin TV, which is going to serve as nothing but the Truth of God messages, which is being broadcasted also on Facebook, Dailymotion, and Rumble.com. So I thank everybody for tuning in. He says, God bless everyone, God willing. I'll be talking with you guys later as well. Have a good one. You two have a good one for sure. So God bless to everybody out there. Hope everybody be safe. For sure, I'm Tony Harvin. I thank you all for tuning in once again. I'm signing off. I'm out. Peace. Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Tony Harvin, and welcome to the Tony Harvin Network YouTube channel. If you like, hit that subscribe button listed right here. After you hit the subscribe button, if you want to receive all notifications of videos that come out on this YouTube channel, hit the notification bell and select all after you hit the notification bell.